Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. That's the name of the Most High and His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the biblical Israelites, who are the direct seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? Greetings unto you. Here it is. I want to get into this lesson. Just want to get going on this. And out there in Oakland, where once again you have the so-called white man Esau Edom showing you who he is, man, and how much he hates you niggas, right? The niggas would be considered the so-called Negroes, right? And truth be told, they tell the Spanish, the so-called Latinos, that they Spanish-speaking niggas, right? But here it is, you got the so-called white man once again showing his horns on how much he hates you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It's clear that there are two Americas. There's so-called Black America, then there's so-called white America. You see the difference, whether it's in the judicial system, the medical system, the law enforcement system, right? The economy, the banking system, whatever, man. You see the division, you see the separation. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you would like to think that you're equal. Everybody's equal on the earth, right? We all bleed red. We all got two arms and two legs, two eyes, two ears, one mouth. We all the same. But America is showing you that you're not the same. America is showing you they don't give a damn about you, man. America is showing you they hate your guts. And who runs America? The so-called white man, Esau Edom. So here it is, another edition of Esau Edom whooping the Israelites' ass, man, using excessive force. You'll never see this with another so-called white man or Chinese man. Don't everybody commit crimes on the earth? So why is it only when you so-called Negroes or Latinos do something, they always magnify it, man? They always have to show the police brutality, and not only that, they show it so the whole world can see it, man. They show it so the whole world can see how much they hate you niggas, man. They show it so the whole world can see that they can do whatever they want to you and they can get away with it, man. Going all the way back to George Floyd, even before him, right? So before I play this, I want to get this scripture. This is Genesis, right? Chapter 15, verse 13. Because this is ultimately what's going to happen, man. The curses was going to fall on the Israelites. The Israelites were going to be scattered amongst their enemies and in lands that were not theirs, right? But what's going to happen? This is Genesis chapter 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Now, this is going back to the Egyptian captivity, right? When we are under the Egyptians, but it has significance to us here in Babylon the Great, aka America. And verse 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. So the Most High is telling you, whoever the Israelites served, that nation that the Israelites served, the Lord was going to judge them. The Lord was going to judge that nation, right? It says, and afterwards shall they come out with great substance, man. By what? By the way of Yahushua and the angels, man. Right? By the way of a great war. By way of the chariots, man. That's the great substance. And can't nobody stop it, man. Because these nations, they're about to see who the chosen people, because these lies, they being taken down every day. The truth is coming out. Israelites are waking up. Israelites are coming out of you Christian churches, right? Israelites are abandoning the black Christian church, right? They starting to know that they're not Muslims, right? A lot of them, man. And those of our people that don't want to come out of those religions, they're going to die, man. It's as simple as that. But getting into this, right? The nation that we are under is Esau, Edom. And Esau, Edom, they kill us every day, right? Every 28 hours, 27 hours, they kill us, right? Shoot us dead in the streets, 60 shots, unarmed. They lock us up unjustly. They beat the hell out of us, break our arms, break our necks, right? By way of what? What they would call it? Excessive force. So let's play this. I don't want it to be too long. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the elect be edified. Shalom.
Staying up with us tonight, we are still finding answers about why a Fayette County man who police say ran a stop sign Saturday was beaten up pretty badly inside his home. Our Brittany Clemens has been staying on top of this and has new details after talking to a retired captain who specializes in law enforcement training.
Is what happened after Brandon Calloway flew through that stop sign that's stirring up controversy. The cops you see in this video are now being investigated by the state. TBI confirms to ABC 24 it is investigating the officer's use of force. Video of the incident shows two officers hitting Calloway in the face at least 7 times with their batons. The video also shows the officers tasering him, and then, his face blooded, Calloway is made to lay down again, and one of the officers is seen putting his boot on Calloway's head.
And they would never do this to an Edomite, man. They would never do this to a so-called white man, Chinese man, Japanese man, East Indian man, African man, Arab man. They would never do this to them, man. Right? But they do it to you so-called Negroes and Latinos. Why? Because they hate your guts, man. They hate you, man. They love when they get a call about one of you so-called Negroes or Latinos and you break the law, their law, right? They love it because then they can show their true horns, man, and be justified in it because you broke the law. Right? They got the foot on the brother's neck, right? They tased the brother. They ran up in his house. They were trying to beat him with the batons. Right? They basically beat the brother to a pulp, man.
Seconds later, the phone recording the incident is slapped out of the witness's hand.
Very, very rarely heard of police officers kicking in somebody's door without a warrant. You need a warrant to do that.
Retired Shelby County Captain Beanie Cobb now consults law enforcement agencies on police de-escalation tactics. He tells us, based on the witness video, the Oakland officers broke the law from the moment they kicked in the door.
And the law says that to come into a private residence, you have to either be invited in. Even if you have a search warrant, the law says that you knock first and then you announce.
See, the thing is, Esau Edom, he puts things in law, but that's just for you niggas, man. That's just for the Israelites. I gotta stop saying niggas. But that's how they look at us. We are not niggas. We are the Israelites, man. So Salakia for that. But all of these laws that are passed to basically put order in society is to further oppress the Israelites, man. You know? you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But here it is, Esau Edom, he sets things in law and then breaks his own law, man. The law tells you, like the brother right here says, you need a warrant to go into a private residence. Did they do that? No. They kicked in the door because they wanted the blood of that brother, man. They wanted him dead, man. You know, there was anytime these so-called white cops, and you got our people, these black devils as well. Anytime they dealing with any other nation, they all calm, they smooth. You know, there's never no escalation, nothing, man. It's only when it comes to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Only when it comes to you. You know? Continue.
And then depending on what the charge is, you can force your way in.
According to the affidavit,
now the charge was a traffic violation. Now that's no reason to kick in somebody's door and beat the hell out of them, man. A traffic violation? Really?
officers tried to arrest Calloway outside of the home, he ran inside. Captain Cobb says at that moment, officers should have de-escalated the situation.
The best thing they could have done and should have done was knock on the door, try to negotiate, try to get them to come out, maybe call the phones. And if that wasn't successful, the next only thing he has to do was to get a warrant.
Captain Cobb.
Exactly. So they didn't follow procedure, man, because that's what Esau Edom does, man. He's a hypocrite. He tells you, you know, that's just the same as him telling you, you're not supposed to steal. But this nigga's the biggest thief on the planet, man. Right? See, the so-called white man is the devil, man, and he's a deceiver, and he's the wicked. And he loves to beat the hell out of the Israelites, man. He doesn't look when these devils sign up for the police department or wherever they at, man. Any type of law enforcement, their main objective is to kill the Israelites, man. To beat the Israelites. Right? There was just a video, a story that came out where the whole North Carolina Police Department resigned because a so-called black woman became to the mayor, or not the mayor, she got some high position. So the whole police department quit, man. What is that telling you? That these are none other than white supremacists, KKK, whatever you want to call it, right? They're nothing but racist devils, man. They are nothing but the wicked. And they only seek to kill you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
Bob also says the use of batons and the tasing of Calloway, not to mention stepping on his head, was both uncalled for and excessive.
The video clearly shows the officers were out of control.
He adds the use of force not only put Calloway in danger, but the officers themselves.
The tactics was bad. When I say tactics, you go and you kick somebody's door and you go in and you start chasing somebody where you don't know if you got a wanted criminal in another room.
Oakland police say they can't release any body cam or other video that they have of the incident, but will continue to follow this story. Reporting in Oakland, I'm Brittany Clemens.
And hey, this is what you see, man. These devils, hey, this brother was just breaking down the law how it's supposed to go. But did these devils follow? No, man. They didn't follow. Right? Trying to get the right here. Look at this brother, man. Over a traffic violation, man. This brother almost lost his life, man. You always see the devil, man. You always see the devil there. This is Amos, right? Amos chapter 1. Amos chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. He has no pity for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He get up one day, he want to kill you. He get up the next day, he want to kill 2 of you. He get up the third day, he want to kill 10 of you, man. He has no pity, and then he gonna sleep good at night, man. It says, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, meaning it was ongoing. And he kept his wrath forever, man. Because this devil, he's been like this since the beginning. Since we were in the womb, struggling, fighting in the womb, man. He wanted to kill you. He said, when Isaac was on his deathbed, he said, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Afterwards, I will slay my brother Jacob. Right? This is Jacob, and this is Esau, man. You know? That's what it is. This will be my last one. I'm going to close out. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy have persecuted thee. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction. Who's our enemy that persecuted us? Esau, Edom? The so-called Chinese man, the so-called Japanese man, the so-called Arab man, the so-called East Indian man, the so-called African man. Those are all our enemies, man. Right? It says, what shall come upon you, Salakia? It says, but surely thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. My delicate ones, who are the delicate ones? The Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, my delicate ones have gone rough ways. Yeah, because we want to stray from the Most High, man. We committing all types of sin out here, right? Ways that would not profit us, right? It says, and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. Who's going to cry unto the Most High? The elect, man. The elect is going to cry unto the Most High, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. It says, for ye shall be remembered of him that has brought these things upon you, because the Most High have brought all of these curses and these plagues upon us, man. He have made us a prey to these nations, man. So that way we can be shot dead in the street and it'll be in plain sight and nothing to happen to the ones that did it to us, man. The Most High brought all these things on us. Why? For our disobedience. For us not listening, for us being stiff-necked and hard-headed, man, and being rebellious. Right? So it says, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Because these are the times we need to seek the Most High, man. For he that have brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. So the Most High brought these plagues upon us, these curses upon us, but he's also going to bring these blessings and salvation upon us, man. And the whole world is going to see it. Right? Verse 30. Take a good heart, O Jerusalem, Israel, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflicted thee. Because all these nations are going to be miserable in these last days for afflicting the children of Israel, man. Right? And rejoiced at thy fall, because all these nations were happy when the Israelites fell. Right? All these nations were happy, man. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Bear with me 1 minute, Israel. Slack here. See right now. Salakia, 1 minute. It says, this is Judith, chapter 5. Right? I'm going to start at okay, let me see. I'm going to start at 15. Judith 5 and 15. So they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and they destroyed by their strength all them of Eshban, and passed over Jordan. They possessed all the hill country, and they cast forth before them the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Jebusites, and the Shechemites, and all the Girgashites, and they dwelt in that country many days. And whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, because the Most High that hateth iniquity was with them. So when we didn't sin in the sight of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and kept his ways, we prospered, man. Verse 18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, meaning from the law, statutes, and commandments, keeping the way of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captive into a land that was not theirs. That's America, Babylon the Great, and all these countries that we were scattered into, man. And the temple of their power was cast into the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemy. Right? And what's our city? What's our land? Israel, man. It says, verse 19, Judith 5 and 19. But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now, Salakia, now therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. And that's the state we're in right now. We are ruined, man. Why? Because we go not in the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We are in error, man. Right? It says, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. So that's what these nations, when they came together, right? All the nations, they had a confederacy, they had a council. It tells you in the book of Psalms 83, I believe, right? It tells you all the enemies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and all the enemies of the nation of Israel, man. It says, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But check this out, verse 21. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power before them, and we become a reproach before all the world. Because if the Most High is dealing with us, right, on that level, can't no nation come against us, because they're going to be utterly destroyed, man. But now that the Israelites are coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord is hearing our cries, man. The Lord is turning his face to us again, man. Right? We are acknowledging our offense, man. It says, I think that was it. Yeah, that was it on that. But yeah, so the point was, when we kept the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we were safe. Couldn't no nation touch us. But what happened? We went off. So therefore, the Most High cursed us. That's why we are a reproach and a prey right? And our land is desolate. And we are destroyed as a people, man, because we refuse to hearken unto the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Right? So let me see if this was it on that, all I wanted. Con. So we're gonna continue. Baruch chapter 4. I'm gonna start back at 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. But what's this? America, man. And who runs America? The so-called white man, along with these other nations, man. Right? They are going to mourn and they're going to grieve for their own desolation, for their own fall, for their own destruction, man. They're going to grieve. Verse 34. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning, man, because America is a land of pride, man. If you walk around here in America, you see the pride on the people's faces, man. And these dumbass Americans, they don't know what's going on, man. Right? Verse 35. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. O Jerusalem. Who's Jerusalem? The Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Look about thee toward the east, and behold, the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathering together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One. And what's the word of the Holy One? Where you find that at? In the Bible, man. This is the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is what's bringing our nation back together, man. Right? It says, lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away, right? Because the Most High scattered us, right? They come together. They come gathered together. How are we gathering together throughout the four corners of the earth? By the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. That's why you see Israelites waking up throughout the four corners of the earth, man. It says, they come gathering together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, rejoicing in the glory of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. So there you have it. Right now, we going through our affliction, right? Brandon Calloway, he is an Israelite, man. He's going to get recompense back on these devils, man. The Israelites are going to pay back all that afflicted them, right? So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua. Love you, Israel. Stay steadfast in this truth. Endure. Seek the Most High. Repent. Right? Get in your Bible and read. Until next time, Israel. Shalom. Love you.